What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trip, and we back with another Pittsburgh Pirates franchise video. And you guys can see right here, the Philadelphia Phillies ended up winning the World Series after beating us, taking them to a game 5. If we're able to take the World Series champs to game 5 in the NLDS, we can win the whole thing. So let's get into the offseason. It's going to be broken up a little bit. Everything will get done here right now, but tendering contracts, all of that, you won't even have to see that. We're going to dive right into extensions and free agency. Yasmani Grandal did retire finally, thank God. Didn't do nothing with us. 36, it was time to go. Other notable names: Justin Turner. Some of y'all know Sandy Leone. Brandon Crawford retired. So there are some notable names, but not a lot. Not a lot that's going to excite us. Nobody even made the Hall of Fame. So for us, everybody's contract ran out on the coaching staff, except our managers, Derek Shelton. He did a very phenomenal job with this team, so he is going to stay the manager. So we're going to hire a hitting coach, pitching coach, first base coach, third base coach, and a farm director. So it's going to spend a little bit of money on coaches. You see our available budget down there is 115. So we're doing pretty good. We traded away some guys that were taking up a lot of money in our system and giving money to the right guys. That is our focus in this offseason with the money we have. We are trying to build a World Series team in year 2 already. This is not something I expected, but we're trying to build a World Series team for this season. So for our hitting coach, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go with Drew Sams, +2 plate vision, +2 drag bunting, +2 power, -1 bunting. I don't bunt anyways. I try to drop some with Esteury Ruiz, but that we saw that doesn't work out. So uh, not gonna be doing that any much. We're gonna give him 4 million. I think over 4 years maybe. No, we'll give him 4 million over 3. Not an extremely long contract, but good enough for what we're gonna do. Pitching coach, I'm gonna try to go with Louis Jordan. Just best ratings overall out of guys that we can afford. Kind of gonna go up to about like 1.6 with him because pitching coaches usually are gonna cost a little more, and we're gonna add one more year. So with that, Louis Jordan hopefully becomes our pitching coach. So we're gonna go with Felipe Aquino. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Usually don't have to give them that much money, so I'm gonna go 3.1 for 3 years. Then we're gonna make an offer to Adrian Alvarez to be our third base coach. Gonna give him around 1.3 million, so 4/3. Hopefully that gets it done. Exclusive free agent negotiations. I am going to let Jake Lamb, I'm going to let Aroldis Chapman walk, and Robbie Grossman walk. Andrew McCutchen, though, I am going to see if he's interested in a 1 year deal. So we're going to offer Andrew McCutchen 7 million for 1 year to return back to the Pirates. If he turns it down, we're not sick about it, but I would love to have Kutch back in Pittsburgh. So Jose Rivera accepts the offer to be our farm director. Adrian Alvarez accepts the offer to be our third base coach. Felipe Aquino has accepted the offer to be our first base coach. So we're still without a hitting coach and a pitching coach right now. Hopefully those guys will accept the offer. I don't know what the hell they're waiting for. We're giving them the best offer, but we're gonna I'm gonna go through these. I'm gonna do the arbitrations. I'm gonna do the contracts, and then we'll hop straight into free agency. I've made it to free agency. Everybody's tendered. Everybody who we want is gonna be a part of the team. Not a lot of shockers. Everybody got contracts who was a part of the team last year, really. So we're gonna look at the free agency here. What I want to target: left-handed pitching is our number one thing that we have to look at, starting and relief pitching. I want to bring in a second baseman because I have a move that we are going to make that might shock some people, but it's a move that we are going to make. I want to look for a second baseman and a great outfield bat off the bench. It's really what I'm looking for. really looking to hit the pitching, and maybe if we have enough money, I want to go after Pete Alonso, but we're going to attack what we for sure need first, and that is some starting pitching. So we're going to go over here. I wanted Max Fried, right? So I'm looking at that Max Fried, 3.28 ERA. Great pitcher from the Atlanta Braves, 3.28 ERA. Nothing crazy. Great years, a bunch of great consecutive years. Somebody I'm testing, I see if I want to go after him. Only 43.6 million from the Braves. Not a lot of money. Could really afford him. Could be a 1-2 punch with him and Mitch Keller. That would be great. It would be probably him, Mitch Keller, Paul Skeens. Would be good, a really good lineup. Or we could attack with the arm we can rely on, spend a little bit of less money. John Means, 2.86 ERA last year, only 31 years old, has a lot of growing to do. Very good breaking stuff. All Star appearance in 2019. He's definitely trending in the right direction. But the first guys we're going to offer some money to are some guys that I've been waiting for to just hit the market as a free agent. And one of those is Matt Strom. We need some left handed relief pitching. We're going to come down the 33-year-old. Not a great year, 4.23 ERA, but he's Matt Strom. He's a very good left handed throwing arm out of the pen for us. We saw that when he went against us in the NODS. Very good arm. Somebody I'm willing to add to this team. So we're going to come down. I think I want to do it in between a 2 to 3 year deal with him. I'm willing to do 3 to pay less money, but I think I want to go more 2 and see how he's feeling. So he's very interested in a 3.9 deal there, but very interested in 3. So I think I'll just give him 3. A backloaded payout structure on that so he gets that money late, just in case we do want to trade him. We don't have to take on that money. So that'll be offer number 1. Matt Strom, hopefully can lean him away from the Phillies. Another guy that I've been looking at a lot, AJ Minter, as a Braves fan, 4.24 ERA, only 31, has a lot of room to grow as a pitcher. I believe that's another lefty arm we want to bring in. So we're going to bring him in. I'm going to give him a 3 year deal worth around 5.5 mil. So we're going to give AJ Minter a 4 year, $21.6 million deal. Normal structure, nothing crazy. Want him to come in and be a good lefty relief arm for us. We've got to get better with our pitching. That was one of our weaknesses. So we're looking to add on to that here, and we're going to add on to this early with AJ Minter and hopefully Matt Strom. A lot of underwhelming offers from their qualifying teams. So guys that I feel we can just scoop in and just pick up, and guys that are just going to automatically make us better out of the pen. But I've kind of thought on it. We're not gonna be the old Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm GM Trip. I like to spend money, so we're gonna go after the big name guy, Max Fried. We're gonna offer him a 5 year deal worth 92, and we're gonna add a player option on the end of that. Gonna backload it and see what we can do. If that's not a good offer, if it's not going to get him away from the Braves or any other free agency teams, we'll see about it. But Max Fried, I've seen in a lot of off seasons, likes to carry out his free agency. So we'll see. We'll adjust. We'll do whatever we got to do. So one last guy that I'm really targeting, not the last guy, but one guy that I'm really targeting is Brandon Drury. If we're willing to put together a World Series team, we're going to have to pull together a couple of veterans that are going to be good. So Brandon Drury right here, you see 84, great against lefties. He's a great overall hitter. Had a little bit of a down year, 2.31 ERA, but has been a great hitter ever since he came over from the Mets to the Angels. So we need consistency. That's what we want, and so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go after Brandon Drury. I think I'm gonna give him around 23, 3 year deal. I'm gonna put a player option on his too because I will not be sick. Hopefully by that time, if we have some money, we can go and get another second baseman. But Brandon Drury, we're gonna offer him that. We're gonna see what we can do with that. I told you guys we need a good bat off the bench. And one guy I think that's going to be great for us, he's been great for a lot of teams as that outfielder that can just come off the bench and play any position, will be a great fielder, will be a great hitter, and that's going to be Randall Grichuk. We're going to offer him a 2-year deal to come over to Pittsburgh and be that platoon guy for us in the outfield. Kutch is going to take a step back in his role this year as he'll be a bench guy too. I always like to keep 2 outfielders, 2 infielders, and a backup catcher as my bench. So he will possibly be the second outfielder with Kutch that will be on the team next year. But we're going to offer him 7 mil for 2 years. So these are the guys that we offered here: Freed, Drury, McCutcheon, Strom, Mentor, and Grichuk. Hopefully we can get some of these guys to sign, and I'll pick up where these guys sign. Hopefully they do. Drew Sams has finally accepted the offer to be our hitting coach. Thank God. Need a hitting coach. Max Fried doesn't drag it out at all with us. He's going to be the first guy to sign with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Welcome to Pittsburgh, our new ace, Max Fried. Captain Pittsburgh is back. Andrew McCutcheon has signed his deal to return to Pittsburgh. All that excites me. We need that veteran leadership if we're gonna make a World Series run this year. Adding Max Fried, adding Kutch is a great start to free agency. We got Drury still out there. We got Strom, Mentor, and Grichuk still out there. Looking to complete some more offers. Let's see if we can do that. So AJ Mentor has signed to be a part of the Pittsburgh Pirate bullpen, coming over from the Atlanta Braves. A bit of a down year last year, but we expect him to pick up right where he was with that World Series team and take over as the main setup guy in our bullpen. That's a great addition. Still got some offers on the table. Brandon Drury leaning between Angels and Pirates. Is one more dude I'm seeing right now with our available budget. We're going to have the money to sign Pete Alonso. I've been eyeing him. I've been eyeing the offers that he's been getting. We need a first baseman. Connor Joe is going to come back, but Connor Joe's 32, 33. He'll be 33 at the beginning of next season. If he's not what we think he's going to be, that big superstar, if he's not, we can just trade him. So I'm willing to take the gamble with him. I wanted to take the gamble with Bregman, but it's pretty much set in stone that Breg is going to go back to Houston. Juan Soto, that's not realistic. So I think I'm going to go through with Pete Alonso. We're going to see what we can give him. We're going to view the other offers: 5 years, 44 from the Cardinals; 6 years, 50 from the Mets. But I'm willing to top the Cardinals offer with a 5-year deal. Not really willing to top it with the six. I don't really want to exceed 10 mil. I think 47.5 mil is perfect right there. Add a player option onto it. And we're going to backload the deal also so we don't take on a lot of money up front just in case he's not that good. But it kind of protects us in the long run. So we're going to offer this to Pete Alonso. I think I'm just going to have to be willing to give him that 50 for 5 years, star player, backloaded deal. Puts us in first place over the Cardinals, but is it gonna be enough? I do not know. We're just gonna pay attention to the situation. He adds to the list of offers. Alonzo, Drury, Strom, Grichuk still out there. Hopefully these guys can sign. Bryson Stott getting traded from the Phillies. A 1-for-1 deal. Bryson Stott goes to the Orioles for Gunnar Henderson. What a trade. Kind of a balanced trade, really. I don't understand it. Bryson Stott was absolutely phenomenal in the NLDS against us. Maybe they want him for the defense that he showed, but what a trade to kick off the offseason. And for the trades, really, we haven't really seen any. I haven't had to stop for any, but what a trade. Gleyber Torres decides to sign with the Kansas City Royals, and that's Randall Grichuk because he has signed to be our backup center fielder. He will split time with Esteury Ruiz a little bit, but what a guy to have off the bench. Last year with Arizona, 213 average because he was a starter for Arizona. I don't think that's what he needs to be. He needs to be kind of a platoon guy. But so we're gonna look for him to be that guy for us. So welcome to the team, Randall Grichuk. Matt Strom has accepted the New York Mets offer and is no longer considering the Pirates offer. That breaks my heart. That was the number one lefty reliever I was looking for. I really wanted Phil Maton, but it's just not gonna fit. He's gonna cost me too much money. Like he wants, if I'm going to sign him for what I want, he's going to cost me around 6.2 million. And I don't know if I'm willing to pay a relief pitcher 6.2 million dollars. It would be the top offer, but we would still be competing. We would still be competing with the Rays. It would be worth it. Is it worth it? We're gonna go for it. Actually, we're gonna switch it up. Sorry, Sean Armstrong. We led you on a little bit, but we're gonna go after Phil Maton. Um, I think I'll give him 19. He better show up though. But if he does not show up, I promise he will get traded. I promise. I'm quick to pull the trigger. Corbin Burns signs with the San Diego Padres, who kind of had a magical season just like the Pittsburgh Pirates. Ended up making it to the NLCS against the Philadelphia Phillies and lose, but now they add to that pitching rotation an even more dominant pitching rotation with Corbin Burns. So we come here. Phil Maton signs his deal to come to the Pittsburgh Pirates. A great relief arm, something we're really gonna need. We had to address the bullpen, and we did. I am happy with what we did, and that's just great for us. We're gonna need some more. We need Pete Alonso and Brandon Drury, and I think we have our World Series team. Yandy Diaz gets traded from the Tampa Bay Rays. What in the hell is going on? Yandy Diaz going to the San Francisco Giants for Patrick Bailey and Bryce Eldridge. What a trade. Pete Alonso is a Pittsburgh Pirate. Thank God that went through. We now have our cornerstone first baseman, but we needed our first baseman, and we finally get him in Pete Alonso. Nolan Arenado is also going to the Giants. The Giants are trying to make a run. They trade Tristan Beck, Will Bednar, and Luis Toribio to the Cardinals for Nolan Arenado. What a trade. Clay Holmes signs with the Red Sox. Josh Hader goes back to the Padres for Matt Waldron and Dylan Head. See, Red Sox climb 10 spots. You rarely see that. Wow, they just stole the first overall pick from the Colorado Rockies. Wow. To jump 10 spots? That's a hell. Ooh, they should have bet that day. Shane Bieber signs with the Chicago Cubs. Nico Horner goes to the Toronto Blue Jays for Jose Barrios and Leonardo Molina. What a trade between the Blue Jays and the Cubs. Christian Walker signs with the San Diego Padres. The Padres and the Giants are trying early to build to beat the Dodgers, and they're doing a great job. Andres Munoz is going to the Texas Rangers for Eovaldi and Maximo Acosta. Marcus Semien, the Rangers, are they breaking up the team? Wow, Marcus Semien going to the Brewers for Bryce Terang and Robert Gasser. Brandon Drury still not accepting the offer. Phillies come in with a 2-year deal. I think I'm gonna go down to a 2-year deal actually. So I'm gonna offer him what I was offering him for 5 years. I'm gonna offer him that for 2 years, and let's see if we can get this done. I want to get this done, man. I'm tired of waiting. Oh, the Angels come in topping our offer. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to pull another offer out of our ass. We're going to go to 4 years. Yeah, we're going to have to pull it where I'm going to offer him the same exact thing I was offering him at 2 years. And we're going to give him the player option for for year number 3, I feel like that should lock us down. Tanner Scott goes to the Braves. Wow, switching in division. Okay. Brandon Drury signs the deal to come to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Most of you were probably hoping for this because you want to know what the surprising move that I'm going to make is. I've talked about it a little bit during the season, kind of something we needed to do, and it's something that we're going to do right now. O'Neal Cruz is going to move to right field. He has gone through the offseason training to become a great right fielder, uh, a move that one of his best friends, Fernando Tatis, made. We are hoping he can make the same switch and be just as good as Tatis was in right field, and that is what we're going to be looking for. You might be asking who's going to be the shortstop then. Jared Triolo, a guy who we did not have to worry about fielding at all, made great plays all year. The arm is a little lackluster, but I think it is good enough to be a starting shortstop, so he will be our starting shortstop next year. But Triolo will be the starting shortstop. That will make Brandon Drury the starting second baseman. And that will make O'Neal Cruz the starting right fielder, as Jack Sawinski will take over as our DH this year. Andrew McCutchen will patrol the whole outfield. I'm going to make a trade that I have been thinking about for a while with Freed coming over. That kind of gives us an odd man out, and that is Domingo Herman. We don't want to take on 1.3 mil if he's not even going to be in the rotation. He's a rotation guy. He's not a long relief pitcher. So we're going to move him along with Nick Gonzalez. We're going to move him. We're going to move both of those guys to the Tampa Bay Rays for Curtis Mead, the top prospect for the Tampa Bay Rays. You guys might be thinking this might be a unrealistic trade. I believe it's not. Nick Gonzalez, who is kind of a top bench guy in the league. Domingo Herman had a great year last year. 3.85 ERA, kind of back to the Yankee days where he was good. Um, he improved a lot from 2023, so that is why I'm kind of capitalizing on his success and sending him to the Rays, excuse me, for their top prospect, Curtis Mead. I'm doing this because Curtis Mead is 24, but I'm doing this because I think he'll be in AAA for maybe either another year or two, and by that time, Brian Hayes will be around 31, 32. He'll be around 31, and so then we will be able to see who's going to be better at that point. So we're going to make that trade. We're going to bring Curtis Mead to the Pirates. Our final offseason trade, our final offseason move as we come to the end of this video. Brent Rooker, who kind of just failed and shit the bed when he came over, something we thought could happen with the Athletics. We are going to be sending Brent Rooker away. He did not do anything for us. He absolutely shit the bed after being traded from the Athletics. Connor Joe was a way better first baseman than him. So we are sending Rooker away. We're going to send him for White Sox top prospect Grant Taylor. Not their number one, but he is a top 6 prospect in the White Sox organization. We're going to send Brent Rooker there, give them a first baseman, and that will complete our offseason. We will get more into spring training in the next video as we end with an absolute banger. We thought they were breaking up the team. They were making money for Juan Soto. The Texas Rangers make the move of the century by adding Juan Soto. We thought with the Simeon trade that they were breaking up the team. They were just opening up more money so they could bring on Soto. A new dominant team is in the MLB, and they go by the Texas Rangers. So like I was saying, we will get into spring training in the next video. It will be most of the starters. I don't know who all will be in the lineup, but I know for sure it will be most of the starters. Thank you guys for tuning into the off-season video today. Looking forward to season number 2. Hopefully bringing a World Series to Pittsburgh, but we just need to take the next step. We have the team to do it. Looking forward to season two. Y'all stay blessed. Love you guys. Thank you all for the support. And y'all stay safe throughout the week, throughout the weekend, everything. Y'all just stay blessed.